The Mongol Empire in historical context signifies a foundational exploration of the Mongol Empire's origins, expansion, and impact within the broader tapestry of world history. This empire, established in the early 13th century by Genghis Khan, rapidly grew to become the largest contiguous land empire in history, stretching from Eastern Europe across Asia to the borders of the Middle East. Understanding its historical context is vital as it sets the stage for exploring the factors that fueled its unprecedented rise and the circumstances leading to its eventual fragmentation. The Mongol Empire's significance lies in its transformative effects on global history. It catalyzed trade across Asia and Europe, exemplified by the revitalization of the Silk Road. This trade route facilitated not only the exchange of goods like silk, spices, and precious metals, but also fostered cultural and technological exchanges, dramatically influencing societies along the way. The Mongols also pioneered innovative military strategies and administrative techniques, establishing a model for later empires to follow. Their postal system, the yam, improved communication across vast distances, illustrating the empire's efficiency and influence. However, the Mongol Empire's historical narrative is not without controversy. While some historians emphasize the positive aspects of Mongol rule, such as religious tolerance and the unification of disparate territories, others underscore the empire's brutal conquests and the immense human suffering they caused. The invasions led to widespread destruction in cities such as Baghdad and Kiev, with high death tolls and societal disruption. These differing perspectives highlight the complexity of assessing the Mongols' legacy. Connecting to the broader topic, this historical context influences discussions on the Mongol Empire's fall. The empire's sheer size made it difficult to govern, leading to internal strife and fragmentation. Additionally, the integration of diverse cultures and peoples under Mongol rule eventually gave rise to localized powers that resisted centralized control. Understanding the historical context of its rise elucidates the intricacies of its decline, illustrating how initial strengths became vulnerabilities. As we delve deeper into the Mongol Empire's narrative, this introduction provides a necessary framework to appreciate the multifaceted influences and outcomes of its existence. It invites us to explore how a nomadic tribe from the steppes of Central Asia shaped the trajectory of global history, leaving an indelible mark that continues to be studied and debated today. Genghis Khan and the unification of the Mongol tribes marks a pivotal moment in the history of the Mongol Empire, transforming it from scattered nomadic tribes into a formidable force that spanned a vast portion of the globe. This transformation was primarily driven by Genghis Khan's strategic vision and diplomatic prowess. Born as Temüjin, Genghis Khan rose through a series of tumultuous events, marked by familial betrayals, shifting alliances, and personal hardships, to eventually unite the disparate Mongol tribes under a singular political and military banner in the early 13th century. The significance of this unification cannot be overstated. It laid the foundational power structure that enabled the Mongols to launch expansive conquests beyond the Mongolian steppes, affecting large parts of Asia and Europe. This unification was not merely a consolidation of military might, but a cultural and administrative integration that capitalized on the diverse strengths of each tribe. It was this synthesis that propelled the Mongol Empire to unforeseen heights of power and efficiency. Two notable examples illustrate the extent of this unification's impact. First, the formation of the YAM system, an innovative relay network of horse riders, improved communication across vast distances, enhancing governance and military coordination. Second, the codification of the Yasa laws standardized legal practices across the empire, ensuring a unified legal framework that maintained order in a culturally diverse empire. Supporters view Genghis Khan's unification of the tribes as a revolutionary act that not only forged a formidable empire, but also facilitated unprecedented cultural exchange and economic connectivity across Eurasia. However, this unification was not devoid of challenges. It involved brutal military campaigns and the subjugation of resistant tribes, which has led some historians to critique the methods employed by Genghis Khan as ruthless and overly aggressive. The unification of the Mongol tribes under Genghis Khan's leadership set the stage for subsequent Mongol expansion, influencing many aspects of the Mongol Empire's rise. This initial consolidation of power allowed for the empire's swift military campaigns, and its dominance in global trade routes, fundamentally altering the political and economic landscapes of the time. Thus, the unification is not only a cornerstone event, but a catalyst for broader historical developments, illustrating how leadership and vision can transform fragmented entities into a cohesive and impactful force. The phrase expansion and conquests, building the largest empire, encapsulates the dynamic and aggressive territorial expansion of the Mongol Empire, which at its height became the largest contiguous land empire in history. This concept refers to the period during the 13th and 14th centuries when the Mongols, under the leadership of Genghis Khan and his successors, implemented highly strategic military tactics to conquer vast regions across Eurasia, stretching from Eastern Europe to the Sea of Japan. The significance of this expansion lies not only in the sheer size of the empire, but also in the transformative impact it had on global history. Through their conquests, the Mongols effectively connected the East and West, facilitating the exchange of goods, culture, and ideas along the Silk Road. This period of Mongol domination is credited with fostering a unique era of economic growth and cultural diffusion. One notable example of this expansion is the Mongol invasion of the Khwarezmian Empire, which demonstrated their military ingenuity and capacity for rapid conquest. Another example is the subsequent occupation of China, leading to the establishment of the Yuan dynasty under Kublai Khan, Genghis Khan's grandson, which further solidified Mongol influence across Asia and ensured the continued integration of Chinese culture into the broader Eurasian context. Supporters of the Mongol conquest assert that despite their initial brutality, the Mongols played a crucial role in creating a unified trading network and promoting significant technological and cultural exchanges. They are often credited with laying the groundwork for the modern, globalized world. However, the Mongol expansion was not without challenges and controversies. Critics highlight the immense human cost, including widespread destruction and loss of life. The sacking of cities such as Baghdad and the decimation of entire populations underscore the devastating impact on individual societies. Additionally, while the empire fostered increased connectivity, it also imposed strict control over conquered regions, which some view as oppressive. In relation to the rise and fall of the Mongol Empire, this expansive phase of conquest laid the foundation for the empire's initial success, but also sowed the seeds of its eventual decline. The vastness of the territory became difficult to manage, leading to internal strife and fragmentation. The Mongol Empire's rise through expansion and conquest is intrinsically linked to its fall, as maintaining such a vast and diverse empire ultimately proved unsustainable. Administrative strategies and governance in the context of the Mongol Empire refer to the methods and systems the Mongols employed to manage and control their vast territories. The Mongol Empire, at its height, was the largest contiguous land empire in history, stretching across Asia and into Europe. Effective governance was essential to maintain cohesion among diverse cultures and geographies. The Mongols were adept at incorporating local customs and administrative techniques from conquered regions, which played a crucial role in their ability to rule over such a large and culturally varied empire. The significance of this lies in the fact that the Mongol administrative strategies were instrumental in maintaining the empire's dominance. They realized early on that military conquest alone would not suffice for long-term control, so they implemented systems that allowed for efficient tax collection, law enforcement, and communication across vast distances. One of their most notable strategies was the YAM system, a sophisticated network of relay stations that facilitated fast communication throughout the empire. This system allowed for rapid dissemination of information and directives, thus enhancing the empire's administrative efficiency. A real-world application is seen in the Mongols' use of local administrators to maintain order. They often retained the original local leaders or appointed experienced local administrators to govern the regions, allowing them to leverage existing structures rather than impose an entirely new system. This pragmatic approach helped minimize resistance and improve governance. Another example is their policy of religious tolerance, which not only aided in reducing potential unrest, but also encouraged trade and cultural exchange, connecting diverse civilizations under Mongol rule. While these strategies were largely effective, they were not without challenges. One potential controversy is the extent to which the Mongol reliance on local administrators diluted their control, possibly sowing the seeds for rebellion as local leaders could become too powerful or disloyal. There are also alternative viewpoints that argue the Mongol Empire ultimately fell because it failed to establish a uniform cultural or political identity, relying too heavily on local governance practices. This point interconnects with other aspects of the Mongol Empire, such as their military strategies and cultural policies. The administrative strategies supported their military conquest by maintaining stability and order, which in turn facilitated trade and cultural exchange, key factors that contributed significantly to the empire's initial rise. However, over time, the same decentralized governance structure, which provided stability, also contributed to the fragmentation and eventual decline of the empire as regional leaders sought autonomy or independence.